So once again, welcome back. You're still watching Prime Morning and moving on to the last quarter of the show. And we're going to be focusing our conversation on the evolution of entrepreneurship in this country. And I'm very sure one or the other entrepreneurship has added so much to the country. However, there are people who have faced, many challenges. And the people who are here, the people who have decided to take on and champion the path of being able to modify and create a sustainable system so that you and I who have championed entrepreneurship can survive. And no other than the man himself to join us in the conversation this morning. Emefa?
Mr. Sherif Ghali, I like to meet persons like this, especially young people who have made conscious efforts to take up positions that would impact individually and also group of persons at large. Now, I'm honored and pleased to meet you, sir.
Pleased to meet you too.
How
and
are
thanks
you?
for having me. I'm fine.
We managed to smoke you out of your bed this morning.
Yes, the J and the E.
J and the E.
Now, we don't, there's been a lot of talk about entrepreneurship and all of that.
Yeah.
You're the CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Youth in Entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're a communications director. I said quite a lot what you're doing and all of that.
Yeah.
Maybe Jay would be drugging some questions out of you about entrepreneurship, but I'm quite interested in your personal life, how you grew up, how you managed to get to the top, because I also want to get to the top. About 2 million people watching us, so we want to get to the top. So we'll be focusing more on how you grew up, your education, every other thing that you're doing that indirectly, affected your position today. So Jay, you want to take it up first?
Let's understand your entrepreneurial journey and what exactly you decided to take on as a business.
All right. Thank you very much for having me, and a very good morning to all your cherished viewers. Jay, it started somewhere from the northern part of Ghana.
Interesting.
Growing up from those areas where a lot of things are lacking, as a young person, I had to just understand that at a point that was where God wanted me to be. But then I grew up in a family where my mom is an entrepreneur. Let me say self-employed, because I don't want us to misconstrue the two words, entrepreneur and self-employed. She was a food vendor. My dad was a plumber, and from a family of about 9 boys, you know how our people can do it. So my father was a strong man. So yes.
Now I caught the joke.
Yes, took a while to sing as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it wasn't actually an easy journey altogether, where your dad has to do this small job to be able to take care of 9 children, where some of us have to just stop school. But then I am the type that growing up, I always believe in one thing, that I have to make the difference. No matter what it takes, I just have to be in school. And I loved going to school. So I remember at a very tender age, I had to engage in so many jobs that I could even count. From school, I go to do my bicycle fitting or mechanic, And then from there, it wasn't helping. I had to go and sell second-hand clothing in the market. So many other things that I had to do just to keep up, just to be able to pay my school fees, because I couldn't afford having a touch-red uniform to school.
Exactly.
But then my dad and co don't also have, so I had to just move on. But I used to help him with his work, and I follow my mom around. We sell kinky, dog conceal, and all those things. So I started learning. I had the love for being on my own, being able to take my own decisions. So I had the inspiration from my mom, very quite long time ago, and I started in that lane. So saving a lot of money I get to be able to start my own business. So I remember in school I would buy balloons and things and go and sell to my colleagues. And when they catch, those days when they get you, they will cane you. But then I'll still continue because they felt like I should rather focus in school. And I wasn't quite a bad student. I was actually one of the brightest. Even came out with the first grade in my junior high school, in that of senior high school, and even tertiary first class student in IT. But then let's go to the entrepreneurship journey. I worked with MTN as a regional sales coordinator for some time. It got to a point I felt like, no, this was a time for me to set up something on my own. So I decided to resign. It wasn't easy because I was playing a lot of role for MTN, because I was employed as sales coordinator, but then my background as an IT person allowed me to help our Connect store and the other businesses. So I was like doing one thing, but I was paid for one. But it got to a point I said, no, it's enough. I just wanted to be my own boss, because I have that feeling of being responsible for my own responsibilities.
Okay.
Wow.
So I just wanted to be my own boss. I left. Even my family and girlfriend was like, you are too knowing, you know, you are working with MTN, people are looking for that opportunity. You just work with them for 3-4 years, you want to leave. But then those things never moved me because I just wanted to be on my own. So I left MTN. I started my own business. I went into high purchase business where I wasn't only focusing on the formal sector, but that of the informal sector. And it grew very big. It was quite good. I employed close to about 50 people over there. But then going on in business as a young man, you definitely, I knew at a point maybe I would fail. And it came. But my failure came it came at the time I took a very wrong decision, which I'll tell you what actually gave me that room to form what is called Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs. Because it was this politics season that I felt that as a young entrepreneur, I became a bit very popular. I'm the compassionate type. I like helping too as well. So I was popular. So I thought, you know, popularity was love. So, you know, people say, Charlie, the way you are popular, why don't you go for this parliamentary something, we'll vote for you? I said, okay, Charlie, it was good. But by then, my business was less than like 5 years or so. It wasn't that very strong. But I felt like, Charlie, it's true, I can make an impact. So I went in for parliamentary, went on one of these political parties. I wasn't a politician anyway, but I got the nod. I won the primaries, and I went for the then we were all in the campaign season. So at that point, I left my business and things started
What political
getting...
party is this?
I would like to put that one for now.
But which
Yes.
business was this?
I'm still talking about the high purchase business.
High purchase
where
business, okay.
The informal sector that needed things that will keep life going. So you supply them, they pay part of it, and they pay the rest in installment basis. Yeah. So that was what I was doing, and it was quite growing the 3 northern regions. So I went into these politics things, and I decided to distance myself from my business. But then that was where I realized I was self-employed, but not an entrepreneur, because I keep saying this.
But Sherif, I'm curious, because this political party was not some secret society political party. Surely people watching who know you might have known.
Well, you know, in Ghana, for now, I'm representing young entrepreneurs in Ghana,
Okay.
and I wouldn't want to just be associated. If you find out, fine, but then...
Okay, his name is Sherif Ghali. You can find out, okay? Do find out.
Yeah, so I actually left my business, and then things started happening, and that was it. My first biggest collapse in life. So everything went back to its feet, and couldn't even pay my suppliers, couldn't even supply things to my people. I had to travel, you know, come to Accra, beg suppliers, why don't you give me, and I pay. But I realized that I didn't really have good systems to run my business. I felt that everything was in place, and that was why I keep saying that a lot of Ghanaian entrepreneurs we are not entrepreneurs, we are self-employed. Because you can't leave your business for a year or two. You are only self-employed. You are the one doing it. But an entrepreneur is the one that have very good system to run your business. You can leave it and for maybe 5 years and it still be there. So I went down and I said, well, that's not the end of man's life. I need to pick things up. But I've learned my lesson. So looking at the whole country and how young people do their business, I felt like, no, I should lead a course that will advise somebody not to take some decisions I've taken, because it really cost me a lot. I built my business for some time before. Nothing is wrong with politics. I can go into politics, but that was a mistake. So that gave birth to Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs.
Okay, before we even go to what got you pregnant to give birth, let's take on the pregnancy.
Yeah.
The period, you know, Jay, when a woman is pregnant, the nauseating period, the mood swings and all of. When you were down, let's take to that. How was life for you?
It wasn't quite easy. Because imagine you who used to have a lot of things at your disposal. This time, how to even get fuel for your vehicle is not easy. I remember there are times if I'm coming from East Legon to Accra, I'm coming there straight. Why? Because if you ask me to pass anywhere, my fuel cannot take me there. So I calculate how I'm going
We can relate.
Yes, we can.
So it wasn't quite easy at all. It wasn't quite easy. There are times you even want something, you know, to buy food and eat. It's very difficult. But I felt.
Did you have a girlfriend at the time?
That's a full-time entrepreneurial business, right?
Not really, not really. By that time I was still married, so I had
So,
my.
what
my
are some of these decisions that you felt you take that destroyed or broke you down, and some of the ones that commonly entrepreneurs take that sort of mess up their businesses?
Yeah, so commonly, like I said, one thing is that have very strong systems that can run your business even if you are not there. Systems as in standards, principles in your business that you have to employ. A lot of us think that it's very costly to employ certain principle in business as young people, and that's what our first mistake is. And also, the other one is that be patient. Do not just think that, yeah, at this point I'm okay, let me go into this, and be very mindful with your cash flow, how you spend, where you put your money is also very, very important. These are some of the decisions that really, really need to be looked at. Because sometimes you might think that you are making profit when in the nutshell you are not making profit.
I think we'll need a presentation on that.
This one.
Yeah. We should whisk you back to, give us a full presentation.
No problem.
So now Emefa mentioned the fall.
Yes.
Let's now talk about the rise.
Yes.
And how did that happen?
Yeah, so it happened when the running up and down, and I realized that no, I need to get back on my feet. I need to start again. As a tech person, like as a first class IT person, I decided to bring back my IT business where I can develop website, mobile apps, and so many other things. But I wanted to do it in a large scale. So I decided to employ other young people. And actually, I was very smart with this because I wasn't having money at those days. So I told them, hey, I have a bit of network, so I'm quite very influential. So what we'll do is that come and work with me for maybe 1 year. I will be getting contracts for us to be doing kind of gigs, small jobs. But then what I'll do is that I'll make sure that after the business we grow, I can be able to settle up in case you want to be on your own. So we sign MOU, I will give you shares of the company. For example, I'll give you 10% shares. And that was how I got my guys around. And they were very happy, very good guys who could develop. And we have done so many jobs for so many. I work with the National Youth Authority and some other government institutions. We provide them IT solutions. And that was where it all started. But within that period too, I felt like, there's a need for me to share my message with young people across the length and breadth of the country. And I saw that we're not united as young people, because at my lowest point where I needed support, you would even go to the banks you were dealing with and they'll be giving you stories. And I felt like, wow, really? Is it what is happening to us? So we need to really think. If we are together and we can create some kind of support system for ourselves, it would rather be better than we relying on whatsoever institutions we. So those were the moment of my rise. I bring together these young graduates who were also into IT. We started developing mobile apps, websites, and also engaging in other media activities like placing ad or managing Facebook ads, Instagram ad for people. And that was where it all got to before I started getting the big contracts from the government and the rest.
Wow, interesting. You make it sound so easy.
Yeah.
That's how I fell. And
I rose.
No, I'm very sure this, one of the key things about entrepreneurs and which a lot of people don't respect is time.
Yeah.
That, it takes time to build.
Yeah.
How long a period were we talking about with regards to this?
Well, that took me, I can say maybe I'm the lucky one. It took me about 3 years to get back on my feet.
30 years.
3 years.
3 years.
To get back on my feet. That's after I fall. Yes, I don't know whether you want to talk about the whole entrepreneurship life journey or...
The hardship part, how many years did you stay?
Oh, like 2 years.
2 years,
Yeah,
okay.
roughly 2 years, yeah.
So in total, you've been on this path for about, let's say...
For about 15 years now.
15?
Yes.
Shall I do the math? How old are you?
I will tell you later. But
You're not cheating me well.
Today,
about
you're
not cheating
you're
me
shooting
well.
bullets at very sensitive parts of the man's life.
But I'm not that too old anyway. I'm still within my...
Below 40.
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes, I was.
Okay, see now,
Emefa,
you see
I
why
think I'm keeping you away from questions for today. Let's come back to his entrepreneurship.
Okay. But we just want to know who Sherif Ghali is.
Yeah, get to know him,
because you see, a lot of people take the big chair, then they talk about the nice part, then they leave the other side.
So let me help her out then. In any way, did your relationship affect your business?
Oh, yes, a lot. You see,
Please don't say the women came to spend the money.
okay, so then now.
Oh, it's not it. All right, like shoot.
Well, not really, but it is just a few people, especially when it comes to relationship, that when things are down, they stick to you or they stay, or they are there to even motivate. Others will not have that will to be part of it. So yes, it cost me a lot, relationship, when it comes to even friendship. Friends in Ghana, when you're on top, they are everywhere. They use your cars, they do whatever. But when you are down, they are the very people that will sit in corners and insult you. You don't know how to use your money and all those things. So all those things play a lot. But like Emefa was saying, I am the type that always want to use my story or say what is supposed to be. I know as a growing entrepreneur, I have certain things that I feel like I don't do right. But every single day I try to build upon them. I honestly have issues with time. Yes, because I'm the type that really sleep very late. Yes, the highest, or maybe let me say by 3 a.m. But latest, almost all the day I sleep around 5 a.m. Imagine I had to sleep 5 a.m. and I have to be here, so I couldn't even sleep.
What do you do at night?
Most of my work, I become more productive in the night.
So you're highly nocturnal then?
Yes.
So during the day, do you still function properly?
Yes, I do my official work, do my runnings, like for example, what
you're doing now.
But in the night, you will get me only behind my PC and my work.
I'm quite curious, Sherif.
Yeah, okay.
Help me. What's the difference between the self-employment and entrepreneurship, and even entrepreneurship, if there is any meaning? Because a lot of people say, oh, well, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur. Many people watching, let's educate them.
Emefa, you want the bloggers to take this up. Anyway, but then when I keep saying self-employed, I think I explain it a bit. You can be self-employed when you run your own business on your own. Maybe a small thing you are doing, you are the one that is running it. But when we talk of entrepreneurship in Ghana, we are looking at an opportunity or a business that can also employ others. That even when you are not there, the business is able to run, to rake in some revenue for you and whosoever is a shareholder. So that's basically what we look at. But here, even if I'm selling whatever, I'm just an entrepreneur. So we do not have that clear difference. And yes, we allow you to call yourself an entrepreneur so you motivate yourself. But the clear fact is that a lot of us are not. We are yet to get there.
This chamber you speak of, so what are you doing currently?
The Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs is the National Association of Young Entrepreneurs. Basically, what we do, our work revolves around 5 things. That's advocacy. We advocate on reforms on policies that affect youth and the private sector. We also look at linking them to opportunities like funding opportunities, capacity building, and that of global linkages, where young people can be able to also add value to their end product and export. Ghana is a consuming economy where almost everything we consume, but we do not think of how do we also export some of our excesses or things that we are doing. So we encourage a lot of young people that, hey, this is the time for you to add value and also reach other market. And thanks to the African Free Continental Trade Area, where we are working to see how we can empower young people to add value to whatever they are doing so that they can export.
You speak of young people. Does this cut out elderly people who are also interested?
Yes.
And when you say young, is there an age bracket to this?
Yes, we have an age bracket that's from 15 to 40 years. You see, we have the other associations maybe that are also trade associations that reform, but we want to carve a niche for ourselves, a focus. All these trade associations were running, but they never have a focus on that keyword, the young person. So we're always left aside. So that's why we decided to now bring them together and say that, hey, if you are between these ages, you are part of us and you are doing business, how then do we support your business? How do we unite to support your business?
Just behind the camera, as we're talking now, there are about 2 popular entrepreneurs amongst us, or self-employed people. We have
Are you about to say stay focused? He's self-employed. He's not an entrepreneur. He's self-focused.
So we have a photographer who's into his own business of photography, and then we have a makeup artist person as well.
She's an entrepreneur because then she's hired people to work for her.
This is personal hate.
I've
for
learned a
persons
lot,
like
sir.
this, and this is the reality for persons like this, how do they access this chamber? How do they become part of you?
All right. So first, before you become part of us, you need to register. We need to get your data and be sure you are doing business. And it's simple. You just go to the website or portal, register. You can walk to our office as well and pick a form. And now when you register and we give you a certificate that shows that you are a member of the Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs. And we have a good partnership with a lot of very important institutions, and then the banking sector as well. So as you go to them and you have a certificate of the chamber, you are rest assured that certain services will be rendered to you. So it's quite easy to be a member of the chamber. You just go to the portal and register. And then there are so many benefits if you become a member of the chamber. Aside our capacity building we do, day in and day out, we receive investors who are willing to invest directly on entrepreneurs. Like, for example, he's a cameraman. Somebody wants a camera person to work with or to engage in a project. We just direct you to our member. We look into our database, and these are our people who are into this kind of business. So we link you to that, and then you are able to work and get whatever that is coming.
It's
That's
just
some
so
good news.
coincidental that, I mean, just about a couple of days ago, I was speaking to a couple of friends of mine about setting up a, I shouldn't share that idea now. I think we'll talk after the show.
We can work together
yes,
on it.
Yes, we can. And I see a lot of things that, personally as well. Because I personally, I have championed entrepreneurship right from after school, and it's something that passionately, I hold dear to my heart. And other people, and Emefa as well has got a hair business,
Yes.
and we are going to force her, into joining.
I don't even once I get the certificate,
because
my
she's employed
business can be
people.
better. Yeah, it's sometimes it breaks your neck. You want direction. You think you've got it all together.
It's
really,
true. And that's why we have captains of the industry as part of us. As I talk to you now, the CEO of the Private Enterprise Federation, Nana Osei-Bonsu, is an advisor. So we have all these people. Daniel Macaulay, Magdan is also part of our advisors, and I'm always grateful to him because he has been in support to the chamber for a very long time. So some of these people, we drive support from them, advices from them, where we can be able to link you or take you to the person one-on-one for certain advices. And there are times other good things come from there. I remember in 2016, Magnam even supported some of our members with some financial support. He has to even buy machines for others to do their businesses. So
is this a government agency or is it a private agency?
it is a non-governmental organization.
Okay.
A group of young people decided to come together, unite ourselves, and exploit the opportunities.
Is there any government support coming in?
Not really, but then we work with the government. Why do I say we work with the government?
Yeah, he's staying off politics. So.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Because
to coin it in a better. We have good relationship with the government.
good relationship with the government.
Absolutely.
Because we are part of we attend the economic management team yearly. Just this much will be going there. Basically, our work is to tell them what the young entrepreneurs in Ghana are seeing, what are the issues, and how can the government adopt them.
You're a Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Let's just more the good things you know about this country.
My country, Ghana.
Yes.
Well, Ghana is a beautiful country. I've
Isn't
been
that?
to other countries, but I can't get my Ghana anywhere. My people are compassionate. My people are jealous. And my people are people that will definitely...
You hail from the north.
Yes.
If you were not from the
Specifically the
north,
north.
which other region would be your best region?
Volta region, clearly.
No, don't do that.
So because it's Ghana month, and he's from the north and he loves Ghana, we've
Yes.
got something interesting for you. Watch this video. That's
Welcome
right. So
back.
amazing sounds,
Yes.
music,
You
dance.
know where Michael Jackson learns his dances from, right?
Yeah, I think Michael Jackson's probably
He
from
took it
northern
from
region.
the northern region. I'm
Yeah,
telling
and
you.
probably he was doing the is it the Bamaya dance? I mean,
Have you visited any tourist attraction area in this country before?
Yes.
Which ones in particular?
Kakum National Park.
Okay.
Did you go on the walk?
Yeah, I did.
Scared of heights?
No, as an entrepreneur, you don't have to fear.
Can you imagine?
How does entrepreneurship go to play along with heights?
You know,
You need the liver in both.
when fear becomes kind of part of you, you don't fear anything.
You don't fear
again.
anything anymore.
I've seen it all. And though it wasn't easy, and you know, when you are stepping on it, you hear some sound on it. So I was, hey, Charlie, but God did so.
Did you visit any other place aside from Kakum?
Have I?
Been to any other place aside from Kakum?
I mean, your northern region, actually. Let's go to your region.
Yes, my region, we have, especially in the Upper West region, we have the Mushroom Mountains, we have the slave war, and where Kwame Nkrumah, the prison where Kwame Nkrumah was kept in Laura, and then so many at the Wichita Hippo Center where you still see the hippos, you know, live ones. Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right, so Sherif has started the game for us, and so from tomorrow, you can call us. Tomorrow would announce the region. Jay, what region should we start off with? We're working away from the top then.
So let's start with Upper West.
Okay, so tomorrow, everybody from the Upper West region, you can call us, tell us everything you know about your region, the nice things, what we can do, how we can even promote it. We're giving you time to promote everything in the Upper West region.
And I think you shouldn't, even if you don't live in the Upper West region,
Yeah,
but you
so
know
long as
about
you're
the
from
Upper
there.
West region. And we have some fantastic prizes for the persons who are able to describe the best, you know, sights and sounds and make the nicest statements about their regions as well for you. So call in Upper West region. It is as a start off, right?
Even though I know Volta region will win, let's allow them to play the game, okay? So that at the end of the month, I'll carry the award and bring it to
And
Volta
oh
region.
yes, I do remember now the waterfall just before Boti Fall, which is also beautiful and splendid. It's called the Aka Falls.
Oh, right, in the eastern region.
Yes, you should check it out.
Jay,
It's in
why
the
don't
eastern.
you organize a tour for us to
And
go?
that's why we are going to talk about a lot of things after
Sky
the show.
Marshals. Thank you so much,
Thank
Sherif,
you
for
so
joining
much,
us. We've
yeah.
learned so much. I'm sure that I'll be joining soon and
have
bringing a lot of people as well onto it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Well, so we're here. Our time is up. We are leaving now. And before we go, just a quick reminder that Active Life Capsules is here for you. Vitamin A, B, C, D, and E, as well as the zinc in there, which is boosting your immunity. If you want to purchase Active Life in bulk, just call 056000 4444, or you can get it from OA and J Pharmacy.
As well, I just want to remind you that Prime Studio is still on 8 p.m. on Saturdays and also Big Chef at 3:30 on Sunday. Amazing things happening inside that kitchen. Children cooking really, really like somebody made, I can't even mention the name, like really, really difficult names and meals in the kitchen. You don't want to miss it. 3:30 on Sundays. Also, I recommend medical disinfectant wet wipes from Rec Company Limited. Just get medical disinfectant wet wipes and then stay away from infections, all right? We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, our time is up. Once again, thank you so much. And yeah, Emefa, we're back here tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bye-bye.